Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Good evening. How are you today? How do you feel being in Madhuban after a few days? Very cold. But heart is warm, right? Heart is warm. Dadi always says, keep your heart warm, head cool, mind peaceful, your words sweet, and nature simple. Then it is very easy. One thing that Bap Dada reminds us every day without fail is about the time. Baba keeps telling us very little time is left. Hurry up. So people keep asking, every time Baba says very little time left, very little time left, how little? How little time? Why Baba don't mention the specific time that is left? So once we asked this question to Dadi Janki, what she thinks about it. So she gave very good answer. She said, when Baba says very little time left, what it means is now. That is all the time I have in my hand. Because I do not have the guarantee about my last breath. So now is the time. Whatever I want to do, I do. So when this moment passed, I don't have regret. If I'm alive, when the next moment comes, I will make more effort. So this Brahmin life is a life of effort making. No effort, no luck. When we make effort, we receive the fortune. So Baba keeps inspiring us. Make effort, make effort. And nowadays when Bap Dada comes, he meets the double foreigners. He calls double foreigners not as double foreigners. Double intense effort maker. Do we accept the title? Are we all intense effort makers? And Bap Dada also reminded us on the 18th January Murli, you have to underline the word always, always. Sada. Sada. Baba loves that word. And we all can remember that word, right? Sada means always. And what it means to underline the word always, always, it means in all ways. In other words, we can call it constant. Another word for always is constant. We can also interpret the word constant as continuous. When something is uninterrupted, continuous, constant, it builds momentum. When there is consistency, there is momentum. So we have the feeling of confidence to reach our destination on time. So it is important in Brahmin life to make everything that we do constant, continuous. Only then we are able to accumulate the reward for a long period of time. This word consistency is connected with our reward for a long period of time. Because confluence age is a very short age, but in this short time we accumulate our fortune for 21 births, in fact for 5,000 years. So I have to keep that in my awareness. So if I am continuous, constant, always in doing things, I will accumulate the reward over a long period of time. And that is why for those who have come to Baba now, at this time, for them Baba always inspires, make intense effort so that even though you have come last, you can go fast and become first. So in order to really make these blessings of Baba reality, I have to be a constant effort maker. So in order to be constant in anything, first I have to be natural. Anything that which is natural is constant. Just like, for example, blinking the eyes, breathing, looking, natural. So it is constant. You don't have to make a plan, but it is just going on from birth to death. So I have to make my effort natural. That means attention without tension. Because another word for effort is attention. So if I can have attention without tension, I am natural. So you can imagine Mama as an example for that. Mama was a natural effort maker. Of course, she did not become Lakshmi without making effort, but she never looked like she was making effort. Nowadays, when people look at some of us, they say, oh, nowadays she's making a lot of effort. Like, they have so much of tension, so much of pressure, so much of stress of making effort. So other people get scared. Oh, I can't make all those effort. But Mama never looked that she was making effort. Always. Natural means always. And now in order to make something natural, it has to be easy. Anything that which is difficult cannot be natural. So I have to make effort easy. Easy effort, which means natural. That becomes constant. So easy effort means follow the footsteps of Brahma Baba. You don't have to invent a new plan. You don't have to invent a kind of new discovery, You just have to follow the footsteps of Baba. Easy. For Brahma Baba, it may be, I don't think it was difficult, but he was the first person to take the initiative to do things. But for us, not only Baba, we have so many examples in front of us. So we just have to follow the right example. The best is to follow Father. So let us make effort, but without tension, natural. Whether we get up at Amrit Vela, whether we come to the Murli, or whether we have attention to change our old sanskaras, we have attention to keep silence, whatever, natural. So in order to make our effort easy, natural, and constant, I have to first of all understand the meaning of effort. Sometimes we mix up effort with labor. We are laboring and we are calling effort. That means, labor means when I feel the pressure of doing something. Simple things, cooking food for myself, offering to Baba every day, waking up at the right time in the morning, coming to class, means if I'm feeling the pressure of doing something, that is not effort. That is labor. Effort is pleasure. You just enjoy doing it. That is when it becomes natural. And why you enjoy doing it? Because you got the recognition. You have understood the value of time. You have realized yourself. You have recognized Baba. So you are doing it with pleasure. That is effort. Pressure is labor. Effort also means doing something from the heart. Today also Baba said, I think in the Murli, in the morning, you accumulate in your account when you do something from your heart. When you do something from your head, you may get praise from people, but you don't accumulate anything in your account. So effort is doing something from the heart. Labor is doing something from the head. So I call it it's of course no gains without pains. You have to work hard. You can't get something without doing something, isn't it? So even though I am working hard, but I should not look hard working. That is the trick here. Natural. Of course, I have to pay attention on myself. I have to work hard, but not look hard working. If I'm looking hard working, other people will pity me. Poor thing, look at her. Every day she has to get up at Amrit Vela. Every day she has to cook her food. I pity her. Why should someone pity me when I know I am fortunate? I am earning my own income. So actually, I have to do whatever I am doing with recognition. I want to do it. Not because I was asked to do, I am doing it. Baba asked to get up in the morning. Baba asked to come to the class. Baba asked to eat pure food. So that means I am doing because somebody is putting pressure on me. No, I am doing it because I love to do it. So you will be continuous. So even in effort, there are 3 types. Baba talks about highest effort maker, mediocre effort maker, and lowest. And of course, double foreigners are given blessings from Baba that we are highest effort makers. That means fast effort makers. intense effort makers. So what it means, intense effort maker means not intense. Intense effort maker means continuous. Always. There should not be, sometimes we get intoxication. We come to Madhuban, we have seniors visiting us, we have yoga bhattis. The atmosphere is very powerful. The gathering is very powerful. So we get inspired, motivated. Okay, from tomorrow I'm going to do this, plan. We do it for a few days. And then soda water. The intoxication drops. The motivation finishes. Then we back to normal. So I call it as two steps forward, one step backward. Will you call that continuous, constant effort? 1 month I do everything very, very religiously. And then I get tired. I sleep. Sometimes nowadays I hear this language. Brahmins say, I want 1 week holiday per week. 1 day holiday per week. That means no effort. I can do whatever I want on that day. Sleep and, relax and go for walks. 1 day holiday. Do we want holiday in our effort? Holiday you get in golden age. 2,500 years, you don't have to make effort. So don't think that, sometimes, the old Brahmins begin to think, we have done a lot in the past, all these years. It's okay, we can just relax. Or sometimes we take it for granted. I have been keeping attention, everything is going okay, fine. We take a little nap. This thought, everything is fine, I am very good effort maker. That nap deceives me. That is what Baba calls it, royal carelessness. So the interruption that breaks the consistency in our effort is carelessness, laziness. So when that comes slowly in a royal form, my continuity is broken down. So I lose that power. So to become an experienced soul, to become the foundation image, the foundation of the Kalpa tree, I have to be powerful. And to be powerful, I have to be continuous. Even within the Brahmin family, which souls you call as the seniors? Not someone who is 75 years in knowledge, they are called seniors. Or in age, they are old, they are called seniors. Actually, seniors are those who have been consistent, who have been stable, who have been powerful, unshakable under all situation, moving forward. So constant effort maker means my movement is always forward, not backward, not stagnant. So I need to check my speed. So constant effort for me is instant effort. Without being instant, you cannot be constant. That means Baba calls it, in other words, now or never. That is called instant. When you have the thought of doing something for yourself, do it now. Sakar Baba always liked those souls who did what he said immediately. And Dadi Janki has been reminding us in the past few days what Baba said in one of the Murlis of the season, and Dadi Gulsar also has been telling the same. Instant means Baba said and I did. That is instant. Especially anything connected with my self-progress. Because I have full freedom to do it. So I should not be thinking I will do it from tomorrow. No, now. So constant and now go together. Instant. And what is called instant? Making my thoughts, my words, my actions identical. That is instant. My thinking, my speaking, my doing. That is being in the now. So we don't have to make too big plans to be a constant effort maker. Every morning when we wake up after Amrit Vela, you make the plan for the day. You make what you are going to think, what you are going to do, what you are going to speak, plan, and then at the end of the day check. Did I make that plan practical? So that itself gives me the understanding I am moving forward. My movement is forward with fast speed. So this is something we have to underline. When Baba says something for my self-progress, Baba said and I did. And you really win Baba's heart. And there is power in it. Once Baba gave the example, when they cut the fresh fruits, fresh fruits, why they ask you to eat immediately? When you cut fresh fruits, why you should eat immediately? Because you get all the vitamins. But if you cut the fruit and leave it for a few hours and you eat it, half of the vitamins are lost. Same thing when you cook food, when you eat fresh food, it has different stamina, energy. But stale food don't have any energy. So when Baba says something, there is power in it. And when I do it, I get the blessings. I get the special blessings of being obedient for my intellect. So this is what Baba was connecting, in the Murli of the 18th. He said that, always, intense means always, but always, in all ways. In my thoughts, in my words, in my action, in my relationship, in my connection. Because we have the sanskar of procrastination, isn't it? The old sanskara comes. Certain kind of laziness, not now, later, not me, someone else, not today, tomorrow. So my consistency is lost. And this is how Mama became Mama. Whatever Baba said, Mama did immediately. But as I was saying, Mama never looked an effort maker. She was introvert, she was cheerful, she was accommodative, but she tolerated, but she never looked like she was doing all that. So the thing is, when we are making effort, we are having attention on ourselves, we become a bit serious. and we look bit sick. You know, people ask sometimes to some people who are keeping silence, are you okay? You know, because people think that you are making effort means you have to be stiff. You can't relax. You know, you are scared. If you talk to somebody, maybe you lose your attention. Better don't talk. You know, no, I have to be natural. But at the same time, attention. So one of the things, as I was saying, effort, constant effort, which is instant, intense effort means actually being ever ready, ever ready. Ever ready means what? Always ready. Always ready. Whatever direction Baba gives, I just obey. Ever ready means not just leaving the body, because many Brahmins always connect the word ever ready for leaving the body. Maybe that also can, but ever ready means I am totally surrendered. Wherever Baba make me sit, whatever Baba feeds me, whatever direction, I am ready. Ever ready means intense. That means I don't have anything of my own. I and mine is totally surrendered. You are just like a puppet in the hands of Baba. Baba can use me as he wants. So always sada, effort maker means ever ready for any direction. It's not that, some directions we like, so we are very happy to say Haji. But some directions you may get, you totally against your wish. But then Baba is benefactor, so there is always benefit in everything he says. So ever ready. Constantly ever ready. That is constant effort. Nothing is mine. I hands up. And another way of looking at it is, constant effort maker means one who is able to apply a dot in a second. Dot in a second. Whatever passed, finish. Never think about it. Never talk about it. It's gone. So the longer I take to apply the full stop, my consistency is lost. Power is in that full stop. You can see the future unfolds itself when we put the full stop. So I have to check how naturally I can apply that full stop, not forcefully. Sometimes we have to churn knowledge and we have to bring, many points of knowledge to convince ourselves to put a full stop. So that is not natural, that is not easy, constant. Like dadis, past, finished. Not even repeat it in your mind, let alone repeating in the words. So the more I repeat in my thoughts, the more I repeat in my words, my speeds will slow down. It's not continuous. So attention is teaching myself to apply full stop in a second. Finish. Dadi Gulsar was saying once, any situation that comes in front of us, it comes only once in 5,000 years. The same situation will not come again. You believe? Yes? But what we do, we are so senseless sometimes. The situation came and it passed. And it will not come back after 5,000 years. And we, after the situation has gone, we spend our time and energy thinking about it for 5,000 times. So what will be the speed of my effort? Naturally slow, isn't it? So this wisdom, the knowledge of drama, is very, very important in order for being a constant effort maker. Applying the dot, drama means finished. So I learned one slogan from one of Dadi's class. To apply full stop in a second and move forward. First of all, I have to understand in Brahmin life, whatever happens, it is good. So I am good. Drama is good. Everyone is good. Everything is good. Try whether you can apply full stop in a second with this secret of drama. It's good, that's all. You don't have any other thought after that. Only when I don't accept it as good, then many other kind of punctuations begin to come in my mind, right? So, constant moving forward with fast speed means applying full stop in a second. And for that, we also need to have a full stock of all powers. Those of us who do not have the stock of powers, we cannot put the stop. Yesterday, Mohini Ben was sharing with us, Dadi Gulzar, she meditates every day from 7 to 7:30. And so one day she happened to go to her room and she was really looking at Baba and lost, not like creating thoughts to remember Baba, but she was in Baba's remembrance. So after meditation, she asked Dadi, what were you doing, when you were meditating? So Dadi says, I was taking all powers from Baba. So it is not, meditating is not just thinking all the time, but receiving that power, to have the stock of all powers, so that we are able to apply the full stop. Because different situation needs different powers, isn't it? Not the same thing. It's a different kind of balance. So that's another way of looking at my effort. How easy, how natural, how constant I am. Full stop. Finish. And also Baba says, intense or constant effort means, it's also called flying stage. It's a flying stage. Now is the time to fly anyway. There is no way we can reach the destination. How many of you think you are flying? Karen, can you raise your hand? How many of you feel you are in the flying stage? Flying stage. Why only 2 hands? 3. Bus. What about others? What speed you are in? Walking? Crawling? Running? Who is running? Running. Oh, you will become breathless. Running. Running. And who is jumping? Means those days are gone. Now, crawling, walking, running. Because when we are on the ground, we do all these things. And when we are doing these things, Maya can see us. She will catch me. So what is the best way to lift the feet of my intellect? and fly. So what it means to fly? It means to go beyond gravity. Going beyond gravity. And what it means to go beyond gravity? Beyond attractions, attachments, pulls of this physical world. So even though you are in the physical body, if you are able to feel that your intellect has gone beyond gravity, beyond the pull of the attraction towards the body, bodily relations, objects made out of matter, then only you can think you are flying. So there is no more influence on the intellect. Because what stops us from being constant is the influences. Any kind of influence brings me down into gravity. I am grounded. So actually, for being constant, I have to fly beyond gravity. That is the stage of an angel. And anyway, Brahmins have to become angels before becoming deities. So check your intellect. Is there any kind of influences? Because all kinds of influences comes on the intellect. So there are 3 types of influences we can look out for that makes us feel grounded. And so our effort becomes a bit stagnant. So one influence comes on the intellect in the form of following Manmat and Parmat. Dictates of my own mind, dictates of other people's opinion on my mind, my intellect. So Baba cannot influence my intellect. Baba is very choosy. He wants a plain, clean intellect. So if my intellect is under the influence, Baba cannot influence my intellect. So my intellect is grounded. No, I become like a bird which has wings, but I cannot fly. I am flapping the wings only. And second type of influence comes on the intellect in the form of getting impressed by other people. Really, this is not a weakness, but this is a defect. Impressed, carried away by the speciality or goodness of others. So my intellect bows to them. I cannot lift my intellect anymore. So this is a very delicate dharana, to see the goodness in everyone, to see the speciality, take the speciality and not get impressed. You think it's easy? It is very slippery. Because in the name of seeing the speciality, taking the speciality, I can get impressed. But only check is, if I am impressed by someone, my intellect bows to them. And my intellect cannot connect with Baba. I will be thinking of that person, I will be remembering that person, I will be talking about that person and nothing else. So we have to take care. But another kind of influence that comes on the intellect is in the form of hate. It's like a negative, positive, So that is also called getting impressed. The other day, somebody was telling, like when you don't like someone, you don't want to talk to them. And they were saying, actually, you are always talking to them. You understand? when you hate somebody, you don't want to remember them, but you are always remembering only them. So that is also a kind of attachment. So I should not have any pull or any push. Pull is getting impressed, push is having hate, disliking. I just love one and love all. Finish. My intellect is intact. This is how Mama became Mama. Dadi Prakashmani became Dadi. In their life record, they never got impressed by anyone and they never tried to impress anybody. But the third influence on my intellect is very subtle, getting impressed by myself. That's why sometimes in the Murli Baba says, self-appreciation is no recommendation. In Hindi, Baba says, Miya mittu nahi samjho. So this is what Baba was saying today in the Murli. I have to check when I use the word I. In what consciousness I am using the word I. Baba said this morning, some people demand, I am also serviceable, I should also be given this, I should also be given chance, I should also be given respect. It's a kind of demand that I make of being impressed by myself. So I have to really take care of my intellect if I want to be a constant effort maker. Intellect is a greatest asset in my Brahmin life. Because when the intellect is, contaminated, it is affected, I can't get Baba online, I cannot get power from Baba, I cannot enjoy Brahmin life. So my effort, my attention on myself should be so natural, like Prakashmani Dadi. One day when Dadi was alive, we used to go and see her in the morning to say good morning and at night to say good night. Until she goes to bed, we will be sitting around her bed. So one day one of the sisters asked Dadi, don't you feel that, we are always around you. Don't you feel, you get a thought that they all should go away and leave me alone? Sometimes some Brahmins say that, you all go away and leave me alone in silence. Do you ever get that thought? Dadi says, why? Why should I get that thought? I am always in silence. Look at her answer. And she was. It is not that she was going into silence sometime, but she was naturally in silence, inside. Not observing silence, putting a badge. Nowadays many people put badge, silence, and they talk a lot. But not that kind of silence. So what is natural? So that is why Dadi is kind of an inspiration to the whole Brahmin family. What is the sign? What is effort maker? Mama is an example. Natural, natural, doing everything in a natural way. So easy, because you do it from your heart. You know the difference, right? When you do something from your heart, you are happy to do it. And why you are happy? Because you know the attainments. So here also same thing. To be a constant effort maker, I need to actually keep the attainments in front of me. Even in Laukik world, when people are given some kind of incentive, they get motivated to do things, isn't it? Like for example, today we had marathon. So they say they will have first, second, third prize. So it motivates people. I want to get first prize, So I need to keep the attainments in front of me. What I am doing is nothing and what I am attaining. What are the attainments? So when the attainments are in front of me, When I'm embodiment of attainments, I am happy. I get motivated to do it constantly. So my experience is anything that you do with your self-motivation, you could be constant, you could be natural, and you could be easy. Baba said once, we make progress on the basis of programs. That's good, but that progress is temporary. It is like push bike, When your car stops, somebody push, it goes, and then it stops again. But it is good to also follow the program. There's nothing wrong. But I should not depend on the programs for my progress. Then I cannot be constant. But I should have self-motivation so that I make my own plans and I keep up to those plans. So actually that is what is make my effort intense. Plan and practical together. That's my experience, When you do something with your self-motivation, nobody can stop because you want to do it. Whether you are sick, look at Dadi Janki. It's self-motivation. No matter how sick she is, she never miss Amrit Vela, she never miss 7 to 7:30. It's just natural. When somebody is natural, they get the intuition what they have to do now. Like Dadi don't wear watch, but she will know when it is traffic control time. She will exactly say, now it is 12 o'clock. Means that is called natural. It's not like when traffic control play song, my mind is running somewhere, but I'm standing because religiously I must do. Otherwise people are looking at me. Why she's not stopping when traffic control? But I'm not really doing traffic control. I'm watching others, what they are doing. But natural. You get intuition when you are natural, always. Because it comes from self-motivation. And that is why what we need is enthusiasm. If you want to have self-motivation to make your effort constant and natural, you need to have energy of enthusiasm. And energy of enthusiasm comes when you create newness. Unless there is newness, you get bored. That's what I find, in Brahmin life, many Brahmins get bored. Why? Because no newness. They complain, oh, centers don't have newness, but you create newness for yourself. And to create that newness, to have constant effort, I have to have one attitude, and that is, I'm a student, I am learning. So when we have the student consciousness and learning attitude, we are able to pick good thing from everyone, from everywhere. When you pick up so many good things, you have so much material to experiment with. So you become, there is newness at every step. So I think that freshness is important. We should not become stale. Even like, some people don't come to listen to the Murli, they say it's boring. Why? Because Baba says the same thing. But it is not the same thing. It's the way I listen to the Murli. I have created an attitude, closed my, attitude. Actually, there is always newness. The context is different. The situation is different. So I must create newness by maintaining that student consciousness and learning attitude. You always look out for something. That's why once Mohini Ben said, how do you know you have heard the Murli with attention today? If you have heard the Murli with attention, you must get one aha point. Aha point means When you are listening to the Murli, you feel, I got it. I found this today. So that is called aha point. So that means you have been listening to the Murli with attention. So our effort, consistency in our effort is connected with the way we are conducting ourselves in Brahmin life. So that is why enthusiasm is an energy that really keeps us fresh, that keeps us natural, that keeps us easy, and that makes our effort constant. The only thing we have to be just careful is not to allow two enemies to interfere. Laziness and carelessness. Contentment in the form of, sometimes people feel, okay, I'm content because they're lazy. They don't want to make more effort. Or sometimes there is an ego of making effort. So that stops my consistency. So neither boredom in making effort nor ego. Because somebody was asking the other day, what is Brahmin ego? Even to have the consciousness, I am a good effort maker, that itself makes my effort interrupted. So that is why the best thing for us to do is to follow Father. Baba always moved forward. He never looked back and he never looked sideways. That's why Baba says, take good qualities from brothers and sisters, but follow Father. So actually, as I said, to make Baba's version our practical dharana, whatever Baba said, I did. So for that, I have to listen to Baba like Baba speaking to me individually in the public. Otherwise, sometimes we say, oh, this is for dadis and this is for seniors, But Baba is speaking to the souls. It is for me. So when I take, especially at least something connected with the self-progress, I should never procrastinate. But as far as service is concerned, of course, we all understand we need to work together in the form of gathering. So we have to get together and work together. But for self-progress, there is no limitation. So once again, let us underline the word always, in all ways. So be easy, be natural. Then you will be constant and you will accumulate your reward over a period of time. Now or never. Delay is danger. Om Shanti. So now is the time for us to tune in to the world. Our frequency changes now. So we just immerse our world in front of us and see the condition of the world and emerge merciful feelings and have the thought, let all souls receive what I have received from Baba. And merge that scene and sit with Baba and let Baba give Sakash to the world. So let us fly beyond this world.